What up, Lowheat fam? Back already with some more Lowheat. I'm going broke, so please subscribe if you don't want me to stop doing unboxing videos. I know most of you don't care whether I do or don't, but just it's a real easy thing to do is just to click subscribe. Be your good deed for the day. So let's get into this pair right here. You see Nike still doing its thing with packaging that uses less of a carbon footprint. So good on them. They don't get a lot of good press because they are kind of evil greed corporation sometimes. But gotta applaud them where they do try, even if it's with under false pretenses. Better than not doing it. So let's open this up. Open it up the wrong way, just to trigger some of you people. I don't know why this is low heat. We're going to discuss it here in a second. To me, this should be higher heat. To me, this should be a pair of high heat, but it's not. So we have the classic Jordan Nike box in black and red. And today we have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG in white and particle gray is the specific color they call this, even though these are air quotes the neutral gray. And these retailed for $130. And see, you got the Jordan branding there, jordan.com, and the Jumpman. And so it's always interesting when you get a Jordan 1 product because you get the Nike branding on it. And maybe some of the other stuff if they choose to go retro, like the 4s and the other things. But in general, you don't find many Jordan products with the Nike logo on it. So let's see here. We're a little high on the camera. The phone's a little high, so I'll bring these up quick. But let's give these the justice in the unboxing, and I'll shut up for just a tiny second. Okay, a little cardboard particulate. Oh, you can hear the clean sound effects. If I actually edited these, I would insert a clean sound effect. Bling. Look at these. Okay. All right. Look at these. All right, right off the bat, yes, a little bit of a dad shoe, a little bit of a grandpa shoe, but if you know the history behind it and you really examine it, these are awesome. But at first glance, you take away the swoosh, take away the Nike Air. If you found these at Kohl's or Payless, you might not give them a second glance. But these are, wow, okay. Let's go over. So I'll go over some history here in a bit, but let's just really quick talk this actual shoe out. So for these, definitely has a smoother leather. It's on the verge of being tumbled, but this is really kind of soft leather. This is not like the leather on I just opened up some Kentucky Dunk Highs dunks, and very different leather on those. This is definitely softer than that stiff leather. You can see how smooth and soft this is. Definitely on the heel too. That debossed Air Jordan Wings logo. There's your gray outsole. Got an extra pair of gray laces here. I'd like to see how these look with gray laces. It'd be an interesting look. I think keep the white for now, but gray would be an interesting look. You got the shorter tongue, unlike the highs, and you got a soft, more plushy, kind of the OG insole. It's kind of raised hair insole that you kind of find on the OG Jordans. At least I'm pretty sure. It's more of a nylon ankle collar there, though. I think some of the Jordan 1s have a similar to this insole, where it's a little like furry. I think maybe some of them, some of the ankle collars are like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. You guys do a great job fact checking me. But yeah, these definitely have kind of this nylon mesh ankle collar, which I actually prefer. Little cardboard snot there. Okay, that's nothing. So these, I do not know why. These retail for $130, as I showed you. And they are going for right now like $175, under $200. You can get these in, I think, every size on the aftermarket for under 200, which I think is sort of a steal. The recently released neutral gray highs, Jordan 1 highs, are going for $300 more. They're in the 400s to 500s, which I really wanted those, missed out on them. The first time they've retroed that colorway, and I missed out, so I was bummed. But this is an OG also for, if you didn't know, I'm sure a lot of you guys know at this point, there's a lot of knowledgeable sneakerheads now with the internet and everything, and people do their research, which is great. But if you didn't know, these did come out in 1985 also, or 1986, when the Jordan 1s came out, first debuted. They did come out in this colorway back then, and these have been retroed, I think, in 2015. And these are slightly different than the originals and the 2015 ones. This has a suede swoosh. I think the original ones and the ones in 2015 had a smooth leather swoosh. So slightly different, not true replicas or retros of the originals, but I mean, that's okay. So now to my take on these. I love Jordan 1s, first off. I love Jordan 1 highs. Lows, again, to me, they look a little daddish. Sometimes I prefer dunk lows if I'm going to go this, and they're similar to this. But I like these a lot. I'm going to keep these. I think these are going to creep up over time. Like the 2015s and obviously the 85s, all are expensive. The 2015s are expensive. I think they're not going to make these in the next 3 years, right? These eventually might get retroed in 2030. 2031, but these aren't going to be retroed for some time, and all the OG stuff creeps up over time because you can always make variations and you can do collaborations, but the OGs and the retros will always be classic, and there will always be nostalgia, and people will always, when they start collecting or getting into this stuff or learning about it, want to collect the originals and the replicas and the retros of the original things. And so these, I think, will creep up over time. I think you go ahead and buy these if you want them, cop them. It's a great price being under 200. I mean, how often do you get a hype pair of shoes under 200? So first off, if you just like them, grab them. Second off, I think you could do what I'm going to do. I think I don't love these, but I like them a lot, and it's good for the collection. I think I'm going to stock these as a collection / investment. I think these could go up over time. I'm going to stock them, leave them dead stock, and then pull these out in 5 years and either rock them, and they won't be as common, and it'll be a nice little flex if they have gone up. Even if they haven't gone up, whatever. I have a nice pair of retros to wear in the future. And you know what? If these climb to somehow 500, I'm not guaranteeing that. I don't necessarily think that, but if these climb to 500, I'm not in love with these. I could just sell them. Again, this isn't investment advice. See a financial advisor for that. And there's other things you can invest $130 into plus tax, $150 in. That is probably a safer bet and doesn't take up physical space, which you always have to consider with tangible assets. Physical assets is storage, protection. They could get damaged, stolen. You might have to pay for that space to store them. So there's better investments. I'm just saying, from my standpoint, let me know if you agree with me or what you think. You rocking these, you passing on them. From my standpoint, this is a perfect collector's sneaker to stock. See if it climbs over time. If it does, maybe I flip them, maybe I flex them, and even if these don't go up in a ton of value, this is a classic shoe that won't be retroed for a while. So glad to have it in the collection. We'll see where it goes on price. Again, these things tend to creep up over time, and I'll be happy to have them when they do. These, as a point of an example, to bring up an example of why I think what I'm saying is true, these are the metallic red Jordan 1 highs from 2017, retroed in 2017. These are one of my favorite shoes. These were originally released in 1985 also, along with all the other OG Jordan colorways. This is one of them, the metallic red. Fun fact about me, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. A returning viewer, appreciate you. These were the first pair that I bought in recent years that got me into sneakers again. I've always been into sneakers, fashion, was wearing loud shoes in school, but only in the last 5 years got really into sneaker collecting and the sneaker culture. And this was the first pair that I ordered that kind of started me on that journey. I was looking for Jordan 1s for a long time, hesitating, was considering mids because I was a noob. And these were on the sneakers app. And this is when you could actually just get Jordan 1s. They were just sitting there available, didn't sell out. And I bought these off the sneakers app, and they came. I liked them because they're in my school, Wisconsin's colorway, kind of. And I loved them ever since. The first buy was one of my better buys. And for a while, for 2 years straight, from 2017, these were sitting like even maybe on sale at retail. I could get these, you could get these for a steal. And I was debating doubling up on these. Didn't because again, I have a million. I was already starting to buy a lot of shoes. Didn't need doubles, and now over time, now when Jordan 1s are hyped, the OG colorways are hyped. You can't get these now for retail anymore. I think probably a dead stock pair in this size is around 300. So lesson there. I can learn. You guys learn from me. I'll learn from myself. These did creep up over time, even though I had time and time again could have doubled up on a dead stock pair for cheap. So don't make that mistake with these if you like them or want them for your collection. These I do think will creep up over time. They are, now one thing to note, they are, kind of bland, like the colorway. It's just gray. It's a white flat, a white low top, right? So that's part of the reason these aren't maybe as hyped. These aren't a bread colorway. These aren't a Chicago colorway. They're just a gray and white shoe. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy. So again, I'm not promising these are going to go to $500. I'm just saying they're not going to be 160, 130, 175 forever. And yeah, it's just rare that you can find a sold out shoe for just that much nowadays. I've been talking about it in some of the dunk unboxing videos, where things are finally creeping down to under 200. But dude, a piece of history like this that's retro, I mean, that's dope that this is affordable again. Affordable, air quotes. So let me know what you think in the comments about these. And yeah, appreciate you watching. More Low Heat soon.